All right, let's dive right in. Today, we're going to clear up something that trips up so many of us in web development: responsive images. When do you use the plain old IMG tag, and when should you be reaching for the picture element? Let's figure it out. You've probably been there, right? Staring at your code, thinking, wait a minute, why are there two different tags to do what feels like exactly the same thing? If you've ever asked that question, you are definitely not alone. It's a super common point of confusion.
I mean, look at this, a real question from Reddit. This comes up all the time. People are just looking for that simple, explain it like I'm five breakdown. And you know what? That's exactly what we're going to do today. We are going to settle this whole thing once and for all.
Okay, so let's get to the heart of it. We have all seen this problem. You've got this beautiful, sweeping landscape photo that looks amazing on a desktop, but then you pull it up on your phone, and it's just this squished, awkward-looking mess. Not only does it look terrible, but you're forcing your mobile users to download a huge file they don't need. This right here is the problem responsive images were born to solve. First up, let's talk about the tool we all know, the good old IMG tag. For ages, it was all we had, but it's gotten some serious upgrades to handle one of the two big challenges with responsive design. So the first big idea to get your head around is resolution switching. It's pretty simple, really. It means the image content stays the same, it's the same photo, we just want to serve different sizes of that photo. A small, efficient version for a phone, and a big, beautiful, high-res version for a giant monitor. It's all about saving bandwidth and making sure the image looks sharp, no matter what. And here's the classic image tag in its simplest form. The SRC attribute points to one, and only one, image file. But as we just saw, in the modern world of a million different screen sizes, one size definitely does not fit all. So what's the fix? Well, the great news is we don't need a whole new tag for this. We just need to give our trusty IMG tag a couple of new superpowers in the form of attributes. And boom, here's how it's done. Check out those two new attributes, source set and sizes. Source set is basically a menu of options you're giving the browser. See, we've got a 480 pixel wide version and an 800 pixel wide one. Then the sizes attribute is like a little instruction manual. We're telling the browser, hey, just so you know, if the screen is 600 pixels wide or less, this image is going to take up 480 pixels of space. Otherwise, it's going to take up 800. It's that context that helps the browser make a really smart choice. So here's the absolute key takeaway. When you use MG with set source set, you're giving up a little bit of control. You're giving the browser a list of options and some helpful hints, and then you're trusting it to make the final call. The browser's smart. It'll look at the screen resolution, the pixel density, maybe even the network connection, and pick the best possible image for that user. Okay, so that's our first tool. Now, let's look at the second one, the picture element. This isn't just for switching resolutions. Nope, this is designed to solve a completely different and honestly more creative problem. And that problem is called art direction. This is what you need when just shrinking an image down isn't going to cut it. Think back to that wide landscape photo. On a tall, skinny phone screen, you might want to show a completely different version, like a tight vertical crop that focuses only on the most important part of the picture. You're fundamentally changing the art. The picture element works in a totally different way. It's more like a wrapper. Inside it, you can have multiple source elements, and here's the key, a fallback image tag for browsers that don't get it. Each source can point to a totally different image, and it has that powerful media attribute. And this, right here, illustrates the power shift perfectly. With the picture element, you are the director. You are not giving hints, you are giving the browser direct orders. If the screen is less than 800 pixels wide, you must use this specific image. End of story. All that control is back in your hands, the developer. And the picture element has another killer use case, what we call type switching. You can use it to serve super modern, efficient image formats like WebP or AVIF. Browsers that can handle them will get the fast new version, while older browsers will just fall back to the trusty old JPEG or PNG you included. It's a massive performance win. All right. So we've met the players, we have IM for resolution switching and picture for art direction. Now let's put them head-to-head to make the choice crystal clear. This table really just breaks it all down, doesn't it? It's that aha moment. If your problem is wasted bandwidth or blurry images because you're serving the same image at different sizes, you want IMG with SourceSet, and you let the browser take control. But if your problem is that the image just looks bad, it's poorly cropped, or the composition is all wrong on mobile, you need Picture. You need art direction, and you, the developer, take control. So look, if you only remember one thing from all of this, make it this golden rule right here. Is it the same image, just at different sizes? Use image. Is it a different image, a different crop, a different composition, maybe even a different file format? Use picture. It's that simple.
Awesome. Knowing which tag to use is a huge part of the battle. But let's quickly wrap up with a few essential best practices that are going to apply to any image you use on the web, no matter what.
And why is this so critical? Well, according to the HTTP archive, get this, images can make up a staggering 44% of a page's total weight. 44%! So optimizing your images is one of the single biggest things you can do to speed up your site.
Okay, so here are your quick wins. First, never ever skip alt text. It's so important for accessibility. Next, to stop that annoying page jank while things load, always set the width and height attributes. For a huge performance boost, add loading equals lazy to any images that are below the fold. And finally, a two-part rule. Pick the right format for the job, and for goodness sakes, always compress your images before you upload them.
And there you have it, image versus picture, all cleared up. But this all kind of leads to a final interesting question to chew on. Right now, we're giving the browser more and more control with things like SourceSet. As our browsers get smarter and our networks get faster, how much of this choice will they just start handling for us automatically? Something to think about. That's all for this explainer.